Welcome in, Grizzly fans. 1 point separates these two teams. 22-21, Chanute with the halftime lead. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. I'm Jack Leake III alongside Jack Leake Jr. and Jonathan Dusher on the live stream. Labette County led for 15 minutes and 55 seconds of that half, and Chanute claimed the 1 point lead on an and one layup by freshman Grace Lubering, who finished with a first half high for the Blue Comets, 9 points. Man, she really helped keep them in it alongside their 13 out of 13 perfect free throw attempts.
Yeah, what a great first half for the Grizzlies. On the road against a pretty good Chanute team with a nice record. And like you said, we held them kind of, or had them kind of in a uncomfortable situation most of that first half. You know, Chanute's thinking they're going to come out here and hang, be up on us 10, 15 points at half. And it's basically a dead tie. Grizzlies just down one. And I didn't fully realize the foul count differential. Not that anything's going on with the officiating, but I think it was 14-2.
Wow. I did not catch it. I didn't really pay attention.
I had a couple of parents stop me and just comment about it. And so one of them threw that number out. That might not be accurate, but after the second one said something to me, evidently at least there was some imbalance there. And then on top of that, as you mentioned, Chanute shooting lights out from the free throw line. So, but overall, if you'd have told me with the Grizzlies, would you take a 1 point deficit at half against this Chanute team on the road? I feel really good about our play right now.
Especially the way in which the 1 point deficit came to be. Like, Labette County was the better team. You could argue the whole first half, but in reality, I'll say 90% of it. They were better,
right?
Played better, looked better. They looked like the 10-7 team. Chanute looked like the 6-12 team. Truly. So even though we're, quote, down at half, if we come out and get fouled and make 2 free throws, we're up one again. So it's not a big dramatic thing, just a 1 point deficit. But I feel good about it because of how Labette County played. You made a good point. They looked good. And so that's a lot better feeling going into the second half than it is. Would it have been a poor performance since Chanute just played so bad that they were only up one? So leading scorer for Labette County is Peyton Davis with 9 points. Kaylin McCoy had 7. Millie Carnahan had 3, and Keely Good had 2. For Chanute, Lubering 9 points. Kate Unier 7. Peter 4, and Sarah Unier with 2. At the end of the first quarter, it was Labette County 10, Chanute 6. And then in the second quarter, Chanute scored 16 points to Labette County's 11. Giving you your halftime score, Labette County 21, Chanute 22. This has been the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. Back in 1 minute with the second half of play on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
Chanute misses on a shot to open the third quarter, and Labette County comes down with the rebound. So the Grizzlies have the ball. McCoy turns, shoots, and barely misses on a turnaround jumper.
Yeah, I really like that. That was a good look. She did the right thing. Anytime you can get a 4 or 5 foot shot, you take it. So, like you said, that was down and out.
Lubering, the freshman, hurt us in the first half, misses, but the putback is there for Avery Hicks. A big 3 or 4 minutes for Labette County here.
Absolutely, and right there, they just got good possession on us and got the rebound. Good position, rather. Now they get a steal. Here comes Chanute.
A kick out three, can't go. Oh, it does. It's good by Sarah Unier, and they lead 27-21. Here's a steal. Left to right comes Chanute. A drive by Kate Unier. Bad one is the shot. Rebound Grizzlies. Kind of an exhale moment there.
Yeah, so far in the first minute or two, we've looked like the opposite team that we did in the first half.
Quick possession by Carnahan, dribbled all the way down the floor. Good shot, just missed it. And here come the Blue Comets, left to right. Lubering, bounce pass to the corner. Overhead whip, straight on three. Kate Unier misses. Nice box and board by Amory Baker.
Yeah, it's real important that the Grizzlies stay calm here. Maybe get a possession here where we can score some points, at least have a good possession.
Peyton Davis drives, fades, shoots, misses, fighting for it. Multiple players, rebounded by Kate Unier. Labette County 5-0 deficit to open the second quarter. Jumper up and good from the free throw line by Grace Lubering. Timeout called by Coach Vollmer. Chanute opens the second half on a 7-0 run. Grizzlies down by 8, getting energized and challenged by their head coach. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At IdeaTech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Carnahan heaves a three, misses it short. Long rebound goes to the Blue Comets. 5:30 left in the third quarter. Loose ball, Carnahan, what an effort by Millie to poke it free. Davis dives on it, and a foul on Chanute, I believe. Yes, all set up by Millie Carnahan. Foul on Sarah Unier, her first.
Yeah, some good effort there. I wondered what happened to Peyton Davis because I thought she was going to just pick the ball up, and then she fell. So obviously a Chanute player inadvertently kind of shoved her, bumped her, whatever. So good hustle.
Peyton Davis, right wing. Ginger Weathers into the game. Ginger doesn't play a lot, but when she does, she's so efficient. Carnahan, right wing. Jackie Schull in the game as well. Bounce pass into the paint to Peyton Davis. Up in traffic, rebounded by Weathers. Her putback trickles off, gets the rebound and fell to the ground and gets called traveling. Wasn't for a lack of effort, feet got tangled up. She just does good thing after good thing.
Yeah, she's one of those disciplined players that does all the little things right. In position, paying attention, and plus effort.
Ball kind of on the deck again, and a foul called on Jackie Schull, her third personal. And the first on Labette County of the third quarter comes with 4:43 left in it. Lainey Holtzman in the game for the Blue Comets alongside Jenica Ruark.
Yeah, Schull a little bit out of character here. She got 2 quick fouls early in the game and a third one here, so like to clean that up so we can keep her in the game.
Right wing three, put up, good. Lainey Holtzman, the sophomore, hard to put away. She's a good shooter.
Yeah, it's a crazy game. We talk about it every week. When the ball starts falling, it seems like it gets easier.
Chanute picks up a foul here. They lead by 11 in the blink of an eye. As we said, they had 0 points, and the first quarter was almost over. And we talked about how just, basketball works. They're still going to score 30 to 40 points, and here they are at 32 halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, it just comes in buckets and runs like that. You have to kind of stave that off.
Travel called on Kylie Roberts, and Chanute has possession. Kaylin McCoy and Amory Baker into the game.
Coach Ballmer keeps kind of adjusting players and trying to get some of our energy back here.
Grizzlies trail by 11, but do force a turnover here as Addison Kett was kind of in a scrum for the basketball with Amelia Carnahan. And so Labette County, now their turn to be held scoreless, and a foul called on Amory's acting like it's on her. It is. And so Labette County scoreless halfway through the third quarter while Chanute has scored 10.
Yeah, it's just crazy to watch. Now we're the team that's struggling to kind of get the ball passed, and 5 minutes ago we were doing it with ease.
Entry pass to the Blue Comets. Holtzman from the same spot. Short. Rebound Baker. And finds Amelia Carnahan. A big 340 for Labette County. They need to win the next 3.5 minutes going into the fourth quarter. A foul on Lainey Holtzman just on the opposite side of half court. And that is the third as a team on them.
Yeah, Labette County definitely wants to take this possession at a time, but you're right. We need to kind of get this down to 8 or less going into the fourth quarter, I would think.
Ball is thrown into Peyton Davis. Here's where the offense might come from. Man, she's bumped hard by Grace Lubering, and that's now Chanute's fourth as a team. Labette County at just 2. So stay aggressive, and you'll shoot a bunch of free throws in the next 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe we can continue to do just that and maybe get a couple of their players with 3 or 4 fouls and, kind of adjust it that way.
Carnahan has got to throw it in, and a 5-second call whistled in on Labette County. I don't know if she was waiting on the play to develop. She looked frozen in time there for a moment.
Yeah, and again, a player in your mind, you're going to lose it after 5 seconds. Throw it after 4 no matter where you throw it.
Unier dribbling with the left hand, defended tightly by Carnahan, throws off to her teammate Lubering. Backside block layup is up and good by Jenica Ruark.
Pretty good ball movement there by Chanute. They got a good diagonal pass to an open Comet down low.
Roberts bounce pass to McCoy and a charge called on Kylie. And Labette County down 13 and just turned it over off of an offensive foul.
When it rains, it pours. I mean, it just went from a perfect situation to one now. It's kind of a little bit dire for us.
Blue Comets have the ball left to right. Nice pass inside, rejected. Oh, and a very late whistle called on Labette County, and it's going to give Hicks 2 free throws. Coach Vollmer didn't like that whistle, came quite late.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, just sometimes when you're trying to turn the tide and slow down the team's momentum, it's everywhere. It's in the play everywhere. It's in the play. It's in the officiating. It seems like it just soaks into the entire game, every fiber. Even the calls feel like they go against you.
The second personal on Kaylin McCoy. That matches Chanute's 4 team fouls, and both free throws missed. Their first missed free throws come in the second half, Chanute. Carnahan left wing, steps into a 3, down and out, rebound McCoy. Short corner, throws out. Oh, and a travel called on Kaylin. Didn't see it from my angle.
No, I didn't either. I didn't see any body language from Kaylin that said otherwise, but it was a nice rebound and good hustle. Just shuffled the feet.
Sarah Unier working around the sea of red jerseys. Throws off. A few good ball handlers on this Chanute team, but a pass is nearly intercepted by Peyton Davis, but it falls out of bounds. And Sarah Unier will inbound just in front of Chanute's student section, if one can call it that. And the three-pointer is good by herself. After she threw it in, she got it back and buried it. And it's a 16, doesn't feel like it, point lead for Chanute.
It's another one of these games you can tell somebody afterwards it was a really close game all along, or felt like it. Good job there by Kaylin McCoy, driving down, kissing it off the backboard for two.
First points of the second half for Labette County. Now down 14 with 2 minutes to play in the third. Sarah Unier throws out to Kate Unier. Her pass intercepted by McKinley Baker. Dribbling right to left, picks her dribble up, finds Davis on the left block, shoots a tough one that misses short. How about Kaylin McCoy tracking down the ball and scoring?
She deserves to be rewarded. She hustled all the way back to check that and got the rebound.
Davis nearly got a steal. She would have taken that the other way. Here comes Sarah Unier. Thought about the three, but pulled it belt high. Throws off to Kate Unier. Drives and traveled. Turnover Chanute. So a 4-0 run for Labette County and a turnover forced. 1 minute, 20 seconds left, third quarter.
Okay, now maybe Labette County's going to get a little run here this last minute and a half. So, boy, a score here would be really a big deal.
Chanute pressing again, reminiscent of the first half, and it works. A turnover, Labette County. Poor passes taking me back to a few nights ago in Altamont, and a travel called again here on Kate Unier. Grants the gift right back to Labette County. Carson Moore into the game for Kaylin McCoy.
Yeah, Labette County definitely didn't want to fall back into that where we just give them passes like this.
Another one just thrown into no man's land. And with 1 minute to play in the third quarter, Chanute has possession. Brenna Peter, and they got to call a jump at some point. Nice job by Keely Good, and that will give it to Labette County. Jackie Schull is going to come in for Keely Good. 50 seconds left in the third. It's no, you have it. No, you have it. You have it. No, you have it type of argument going on. I should have done it one more time, shouldn't I, Jonathan? Got my point across. Yeah. He was telling me to stop. That was too much.
I see.
Here comes Carnahan across half court. Has it stolen from her possession by Kate Unier. And then a foul on Labette County's Amory Baker. Puts her palms on her forehead. And that'll be 2 free throws at the other end. I think that's, okay, that is 4 on Amory Baker. And 2 free throws for Kate Unier.
That very same press that didn't bother us at all in the first half, now all of a sudden has us kind of rattled a little bit. So, of course, Chanute just missed a free throw. I don't think they did that in the first half.
They did not. They went 13 out of 13 in the first half, and they are 0 for 3 in the third quarter. Second free throw, good. Kate Unier, 8 points on the game. 40 seconds, third quarter. Here comes Peyton Davis, right to left. Has it nearly, so she does have it stolen. Wow. And here comes Chanute left to right, and the layup is good, plus the foul. Labette County can't get a shot off right now.
Yeah, and Chanute's really capitalizing on transition points and steals and picks there from the press. So we're going to have to stop the leakage here with that.
Free throw good for Kate Unier. 30 seconds remain in the third quarter. The foul was on Carson Moore, her first. Labette County back down 16 after cutting into that a bit ago and having a few possessions but never could get to single digits. Carnahan's going to take it upon herself and break the press, throw it too far out of reach for Jackie Schull. Turnover Grizzlies yet again. Those have come in leaps and bounds in the back half of this third quarter.
Yeah, they sure have, and they really came back to bite us, and Chanute's, gotten a lift from all that, and so now they're kind of on fire and have a little pep in their step, so we got our hands full right now.
Kate Unier heaves it ahead to Sarah Unier. 12 seconds left in the third. Chanute leads by 16. They led by 1 at halftime. Unier with an open three, down and out. Rebound Jackie Scholl with 3 seconds on the clock. She'll do her best to bring it up the floor, put up a good look. Oh, it nearly went in for Jackie Scholl. A good shot there. At the end of 3, it's Labette County 25, Chanute 41. Back in 1 minute on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea: streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTek has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTek has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTek.
(41-25), the Blue Comets lead the Lady Grizzlies to start the fourth quarter. The Blue Comets outscored Labette 19-4 in the third quarter.
Goodness, that was a tough quarter there.
Labette County does get a steal to begin the fourth quarter. We'll see if they can't make a miraculous run here on the road. A game that was 1 point at halftime in favor of Chanute. Aaron Dickens dribbles into traffic, gets the ball back somehow, and then lost it. Man, a tough possession there for Aaron Dickens, was getting batted around, and here come the Blue Comets. Open three, put up and swished by Brenna Peter. She has 7 points. Good round, well-rounded out scoring for Chanute tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you have to at least credit this or mention it. Chanute came out after halftime and got another steal right here. Looks like they're going to get a chance for just a lay-in.
And they do. It's Sarah Unier, and Coach Vollmer is going to call a timeout. It's a 21-point Chanute lead. Let's go ahead and step aside for one more 60-second break on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
(46-25). Chanute leads Labette County. Grizzlies have the ball. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Rough third quarter for Labette County has put them in this grave. We'll see if they can't climb out of it.
One of those parts in the game where you literally have to kind of break the game down in a micro situation. Like, all you got is the possession in front of you. So defensively, we need to win this possession and then just progress that way going into offense and just try to string together and stack some defensive stops and some offensive possessions where we put some points on the board.
Chanute thought about a three, and putting it up is Sarah Unier. Rebound, Kaylin McCoy. She's played really well tonight. She had all 4 of our third quarter points and leads us with 11 total. Just a sophomore. Davis drives, flails, and that's got to be a block. It is. Oh, absolutely that's a block. What is Chanute talking about? And it is 2 free throws here for Peyton Davis. And she is second in scoring for us with 9 points. Did I miss something there? That was a block, wasn't it?
I think so too, yeah. She was still moving, and Coach Fox is still kind of in the ear of the official, trying to tell him why that should have been a charge.
46-25. So. First free throw missed by Davis. Second free throw put up and short. Rebound, Blue Comets. Empty trip for Davis. Nearing the 6-minute mark, fourth quarter, and a foul on Peyton Davis to kind of return the favor for Coach Fox there. And that will be the second as a team, or I'm sorry, the first as a team, and the third on Davis. She did a nice job playing with 2 fouls that she picked up in the first quarter, I think.
Yeah, her and Millie both had 2 fouls pretty early and had to play a little softer defense for a while. We're careful.
Here's an intercepted pass by Jackie Schull. Right to left, she'll come. Throw ahead to Millie Carnahan. She'll drive with the right hand, pitch it to Good. Right wing three, no. And the rebound in the corner is snuffed out by Lubering. Freshman's played good tonight. Nearing the 5.5-minute mark, it's 46-25 Blue Comets. Foul on Labette County on the floor here.
I think that's on Schull. That'll be 4, I think, or 5 on her. I don't remember exactly. It's her 4th foul, so.
Ball is thrown in. Unier with it. Skip pass. Lubering drives with the left hand. A scoop shot is good off the glass. Impressive shot by the freshman. She is up to 11 as well.
Yeah, that was nice. It was a nice drive, penetration, a little hook shot, so well done there.
Keely Good near half court in Alcatraz and does the special and throws it off of her defender's ankle out of bounds.
Chanute doing a good job. That, you know, a press always makes it look enticing for you to go to the sideline or the corner, and that's the worst place in the world to ever go. You got to keep the ball in the middle of the floor.
Carnahan right wing throws it to Schull near side. Grizzlies moving right to left in red uniforms. Chanute left to right in white. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Schull sees it, shoots it, misses it, and she'll get her own rebound. Ball is on the deck, and a jump ball will keep it with Labette County. Really nice hustle by Jackie Schull.
Yeah, I always like that. I would love to see more players shoot and then follow the shot all the way to the rim. You can get your rebound a lot, actually, and it's not just that it comes straight back to you, but you're coming in at an angle and you can just have some momentum towards getting the rebound. It makes a difference.
Whistle and a foul on the Blue Comets here. Their second as a team in the fourth quarter. Under 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Home team leads by 23 points. That's the first on Lubering. Ball is into Kaylin McCoy, holds it above her head in kind of a vulnerable spot, and a jump ball will send it back to the south side of the gym in Chanute's direction.
Kaylin a little frustrated there. She shouldn't be. She's done such a good job, and that time she kept the ball high like we talk about a lot. And sometimes when you take it high and you got another post player right beside you, you just have to kind of keep it moving.
Lainey Holtzman with an impressive floater fading behind the backboard. It is good. And here comes Peyton Davis right to left. Loses her dribble, dives on it. They're going to call a foul on Sarah Unier.
Yeah, this game's just been momentum on display. I mean, the first half, these two halves here, it's just amazing to me to watch these two teams, how different they look. What this proves to me is the potential this Grizzly team has. You know, you don't just accidentally play a good team to 1 point. If I remember correctly, we played Independence in the Burlington
yeah.
tournament, and we're within 3 points at half. So
Yep.
I'm not suggesting we can't close out a game. I'm just saying we've got potential
Absolutely.
to beat kind of anybody.
Second free throw good for Baker, missed the first. Labette County just 5 points in the second half. 4 minutes to play, just over in the ball game. Unier left open, misses the three. Rebound in the corner, no, out of bounds was the foot of Ruark. Labette County gets possession back. A reminder, the boys will play after.
Again, we've talked about it. 4 minutes left, down 24. If you look at it that way, it's kind of an overwhelming thought. So just focus on this possession here and try to score. Kaylin McCoy does a great job. Nice dish by Peyton Davis to Kaylin, and on the run, takes one dribble, one step, lays it in.
That was Kaylin on the score there?
Yes.
Sorry, I was correcting something here. 50-28, Chanute leads. McCoy has been the bright spot. 13 points for the sophomore. Blue Comets with the ball, a drive. McCoy, good defense, forces the miss. Rebound Baker with 3.5 minutes to play. Coach Vollmer waves Kylie Roberts to bring it across. Throws up ahead to Peyton Davis, dribbling with the left hand. Spins with the right, shoots a tough shot. Oh, down and out, rebound McCoy. Look at this. And she's going to have it stripped, no whistles. Blue Comets with it.
Well done again by Kaylin. I think that should have been called a foul, but still a really good job of hustling inside. Chanute makes a nice job there, gets the layup there.
Ruark on the basket. And here comes Labette County, but it's a steal. And then a foul on Labette County. That might have been Lubering on the bucket, actually. She's up to 13 points. It is 52-28 Chanute. It has been all home team in the second half. They've outscored us 30-5, or 30-7 in the second half. And we have a timeout, Blue Comets, with 2:45 left in the ball game. Let's step aside for 30 seconds and return with the final 2 minutes and 45 seconds of play on KLKC.
Looking for a career that supports the U.S. national security mission? Join Day and Zimmerman here in Parsons, Kansas. Our salaried and hourly positions offer competitive compensation, starting at $22.90 for hourly roles, and all employees receive excellent benefits and room to grow. From production operators to engineering and beyond, you'll help supply America's defense and build a career you can be proud of. Apply today at careers.dayzim.com. You can make a difference at Day and Zimmerman.
(52-28), Chanute leads Labette County here with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play. Jack Leak III, Jack Leak Jr., and Jonathan Dusher with you. The referee let Chanute throw the ball in before Labette County came out of the timeout huddle, and they did not convert on the layup. Labette County was able to hustle onto the floor just in time. I don't know the last time I've seen that, but a three-pointer on the pass around is good by Lainey Holtzman. Interesting.
Yeah, that's actually been a rule for a long time, because back in the day, the refs would blow the whistle and say, "Come on, coach, it's time, come out of the huddle," and the coach would stay in the huddle, and they'd remind him. They finally said, we're going to tell them one time, and then we're putting the ball in play. And so I kind of like it, actually. It just keeps the game going.
Oh, yeah.
Because if the offensive team hadn't gone out there, they would have just set the ball on the floor and started the 5 count.
Chanute misses a shot here. Rebound Carnahan, 2 minutes to play. Grizzlies down big. It's a 1-point game at half. Ball thrown up ahead off of the backside of McKinley Baker, out of bounds. Chanute will have it. Jackie Scholl comes in for Amelia Carnahan.
Kind of hate how this is all going down. I know the kids are kind of let down, frustrated, and we've all witnessed that first half that's kind of just frazzled on us. But again, I see so many pluses and positives at times with this team. Kind of hate to see it go down this way.
Here's an errant pass. Oh, they say it was tipped by Labette County. And so the Blue Comets will keep it leading by 27 on their home floor. Labette County is going to fall to 6-13 on the year, and Chanute will rise to 11-7. Grizzlies still fighting hard defensively. Jackie Schull playing good defense on Unier. Lubering drives and kicks out to Peter. Her three is off the mark. Rebound, Ginger Weathers.
Good job there. I mean, again, our girls always play their best down to the last second. I mean, even when you're down 20-some-odd points, so always have to respect that part of it.
Minute 20 to play in the game. Labette County tosses it out of bounds, and Chanute will have it off the turnover, coming left to right. Peter defended by Roberts and Davis, and a timeout called by Chanute. That'll give us a little bit of time to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Would you read these?
Yeah, if you can blow it up so I can see it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Labette Health, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newlands, Gilmore, and Ray, Wood Insurance Center, Labette Community College, Tank Connection, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Unified School District, USD 506, Elmhaven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, The Corner Store, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, and Idea Tech. We thank all of our sponsors very much.
And a couple that I haven't added to that list, but in my mind I've got them, is Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services, and Day and Zimmerman. Thanks for doing that. Gave me a moment. Kind of battling a cold this week a little bit. 55-28, Labette County trails. Minute 10 left in the game. Out of the Coach Fox timeout comes Chanute with possession. Aaron Dickens, Jackie Schull, Kylie Roberts, Ginger Weathers, and McKinley Baker, the five on the floor for Labette County. A missed shot and a rebound by Weathers is the result of the miss. Kylie dribbles into the side of Sarah Unier, and the foul is called on her, and that's 5 on the Blue Comets as a team, and Kylie will shoot 2 free throws.
I'll give Kylie here an opportunity to get a couple of points for the good guys and shave a few points off this deficit.
First free throw is good. Roberts' first points of the game. Second free throw missed, and the rebound is pinballed to the corner here, and a foul on McKinley Baker. That's 3 on McKinley, Labette County's 4th as a team. Just 40 seconds to play. Sarah Unier dribbles up the sideline, and a foul on the Grizzlies and 2 free throws for Chanute. And that is 5 on Jackie Schull, and she will have to be subbed out of the game. Coach Vollmer will send in Peyton Davis.
The Grizzlies never have that never say die mentality, down 26 with 37 seconds and still going for the ball and pressing and just, playing your best till the game's over.
First free throw is a swish for Sarah Unier. Second one is too strong. Peyton Davis collects the rebound. Davis is fouled here, and she will shoot 2 free throws. Davis 0 for 5 from the line after that miss. Labette County will have another, as the second free throw is missed. Out of bounds off of Chanute, they say. I think it went off of Weathers, but he might have missed it. I think Ginger knew it went off of her as well.
Yeah, she started running to the other end, so.
But we get the ball. It's thrown into McKinley Baker. She'll look to drive. Roberts for three. Good from the right wing.
Yeah, good for her. Had an open shot, took it immediately and swished it. So well done there by Roberts.
15 seconds left in the game. Chanute will have it up 56-32. And Labette County is going to let Chanute dribble out the clock here, kind of, maybe, sort of. And the buzzer will sound here in Chanute, Kansas. Labette County falls 56-32, and the road ahead next week for Labette County is home against Fort Scott on Tuesday. So it doesn't get any easier for these Lady Grizzlies, a tough SEK conference this season. Let's step aside for 2 minutes, and we'll break down this one on the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of Lady Grizzly basketball. Take one on the chin tonight by a score of 56-32. In the first half, it was 22-21 Chanute, and in the second half, 34-11 advantage Blue Comets. Truly a tale of two halves. We felt pretty good in the halftime show, but man, Chanute came out with a 7-0 run, might have been more, and never looked back.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing. It's almost exactly like our boys' game last week against Parsons earlier in the week. I mean, only basketball can do that. You know, a team can come out and it looks effortless for us to be basically tied at first half. Shots are falling. The press doesn't affect us. We're defending well. And then out of the shot there in the second half, Chanute hits a couple, starts to kind of think they're, gains a little momentum, a little confidence. Then we kind of get in our head a little bit, and before you know it, we're struggling getting the ball across half court. It's just it's a head scratcher. It's difficult to explain to somebody exactly what flipped. It wasn't a different press. It wasn't a different offense. It was just a different mentality and attitude.
Leading scorer for Labette County tonight was Kaylin McCoy with 13. I thought she played really well on both ends of the floor.
Yes, yeah, one of her best games this year.
Behind her in scoring was Peyton Davis with 9. She was held scoreless in the second half of play. Kylie Roberts had 4, Millie Carnahan had 3, Keely Good had 2, and Amory Baker had 1. For Chanute, they had 3 players with 11. Lubering and the Unier sisters, I'm assuming they're sisters, had 11 as well. Holtzman had 8, Peter had 7, and Ruark and Hicks each had 4. Again, in the first half, it was 22-21 Chanute, and they outscored us 34-11 in the second half to make it a 56-32 final score. Sometimes on the road, Coach Vollmer likes to come up during our boys pregame rather than halftime. So whether or not she comes up, I'm not sure, but we will talk with her whenever that is. But for now, let's go ahead and proceed per usual. Step aside for 2 minutes and come back with the Tank Connection pregame show for the boys contest. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the broadcast of the boys' game. This is the Tank Connection pregame show. Labette County comes into the contest against Chanute with a 11-7 record. Chanute 10-7. Chanute has played one less game than Labette County up to this point. They had a canceled game on a Saturday afternoon during that week of weather that came in when Labette County played in Burlington. But this is a team Labette County beat by 1 point after a Tucker Rush late shot in the ball game. So it'll be close and a hard win here on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Chanute always seems like they, field a quality team. They're always a disciplined team. Feel like they're well coached. Have a tradition of just competing well. So I don't remember a year in the last several that they've ever been down. So. You don't ever expect to just walk in this place and clean up shop and go home, but you do plan on coming in here and taking care of business. So this Grizzly team, like we've done all year long, I don't know which combination it'll be. There's about 12 different ways he can combine 5 good players on the floor, but I know we'll bring energy. Hopefully we're kind of stroking the ball well and making some good shots tonight. And again, just like the girls, we have to rebound. We can't let Chanute have repetitive shots on the offensive end to score.
Well, are you ready for this?
Yes.
There is a 5-way tie for first in the SEK League standings.
Not surprised with that, actually.
Now, is that dramatic as of now? Yes, because there's still so many more games to be played, and many of those teams will play each other. In fact, 4 of them are. Yeah. So here are the standings as of now. Labette County, Independence, and Fort Scott are all 5-3 in the SEK Conference. Coffeyville and Chanute are 4-3. So I'm sure there's some statisticians out there that are like, technically, Coffeyville and Chanute would be in second, not first, because they have 4 wins, not 5. Well, technically, I don't care. They have 3 losses, so I'm putting them in the bunch. So Labette County, Independence, Fort Scott, Coffeyville, and Chanute all have 3 SEK losses, and it will even out over time. Up to this point, they just haven't played as many SEK games due to schedule and whatnot. Pittsburgh is 4-4, just 1 game back. And Parsons 0-8, still searching for that first SEK win. So tonight, Labette County 5-3 in the league plays Chanute 4-3 in the league. Fort Scott or Independence. Oh, I had this. We talked about this earlier. Who plays Coffeyville? Is it Independence or Fort Scott?
Independence.
Okay, so Independence plays Fort Scott tonight. So there's a 5-3 versus a 4-3. Fort Scott tonight does not play a league opponent. They play Tonganoxie, if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, a lot of these teams are going to play each other, and it's not going to end in a 5-way tie for the champion. But as of now, it's fun to look at and talk about because on Tuesday, Labette County was a game back from Indy, Fort Scott, and they lost.
Yeah.
Chanute put it on Fort Scott here on Tuesday. I know there were some injuries on both sides, but Chanute put it on Fort Scott, and then Indy lost by 1 point to Pittsburgh to create this big clump of 3-loss SEK teams.
Yeah, I don't know if I was aware that it was a 5-way tie or whatever, but I did know this. Every game we've played this year has been, like, tough, like a good game, basically. So we've always been saying it's a balanced league this year, so that makes perfect sense to me. So it's going to be a coin toss here in the next 2 to 3 weeks to see how Sub-State kind of shuffles out, and how fun though. I mean, there's no King Kong rolling through the league just beating everybody by 30. I mean, anybody can beat anybody on any given night. So to me, that's a good fun season.
3.5 minutes until perhaps the national anthem again. Some schools do it twice, which, hey, I'm not against, of course. And then we'll have starters and tip-off. This is going to be a fun one. Labette County versus Chanute. Let's step aside for a 30-second break and come back, and we'll chat with how these Grizzlies did on Tuesday against Parsons. On Tuesday night of this week, back home in Harrison Gymnasium in Altamont, Labette County bested Parsons 57-47. However, it was a 25-16. Man, I hadn't looked at that since Tuesday night. It was 25-16 Parsons at halftime. Yeah. And Labette County outscored Parsons 41-22 in the second half to give them a 10-point win over their rival who came in swinging at us on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's why I referenced earlier in our girls game that the Parsons boys game Tuesday was just like this girls game tonight, only flipped. You know, Parsons came out and smacked us in the mouth and was all over us, and the ball was going in easy. They were defending us easy. We couldn't score, and just like Chanute girls tonight, our boys came out in the second half, and you know, I think our pride was damaged a little bit in that game. They got in that halftime and kind of thought about what the goings on, and yeah, just came out and really took over.
You know who might have thrown a bit of a kink or a head tilt into the Chanute scouting report? Colton Weil. Career high 17 points, 4 made threes. He only shot 4 or 5 threes. I mean, what a high clip for Colton Weil.
Yeah.
Big time 17 points from him. They are going to do the national anthem again for the boys contest. So when we come back in 2 minutes, we'll have starters and tip-off of a big SEK showdown. Starters being named off here in Chanute High School. We will start with your Labette County Grizzlies head coach, Bradley Argabright, assisted by Brian Tucker and David Brown. Starting 5, number 3, a 5'10 junior, Kane Nash. Number 4 is 5'8 senior, Kagan Bates. Number 5, a 6'1 junior, Nolan Nash. Number 24, a 6'1 senior, Barrett Heston. And number 33, a 6'4 junior, Tucker Rush. Starting for the Blue Comets of Chanute, number 3, a 6'4 guard, Warwick Olson. Number 10, a 5'9 guard, Easton Colburn. Number 20, a 5'10 guard, junior, Jalen Duncan. And number 22, a 6'1 senior guard, Kobe Patterson. And number 35, a 6'5 junior forward, Daniel Stanley. Head coach for Chanute, Devin Crabtree, assisted by Jeremy Wire and Shane Duncan. Labette County in road red uniforms, Chanute in home whites. Coach Argabright's made it pretty clear that their main focus, what they want, is an SEK title. And a win here tonight really puts you in position to make that possible. I mean, you control your own destiny. Due to a couple teams losing on Tuesday, you are back in control of your own destiny. A 5-way tie for first. It starts here tonight.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me one bit this group of boys, ever since football, they just expect to win, whatever the game is. So, excuse me. Yeah, I look for them to shoot for the SEK title and, just see where that takes them.
Labette County sitting right now in the sub-state seedings at seed number 7, Chanute 8, Indy 9, and Fort Scott 10. So 4 SEK teams in a row in the seeding from seed 7 through 10. Due to their records, both in the league and just in the regular season, so close. Chanute wins the tip and starts with possession number 1. Oh, there's the student section. Now they stand. I'll back off now. Right wing is the basketball, and it's in the hands here. Three-point shot is airballed short. It was number 22, Kobe Patterson, who had it. Kane Nash will drive, rise, and get a little teardrop to fall.
Love those transition points like that. So Labette County, I think, kind of gains their momentum off playing fast.
Tucker Rush nearly gets in front of his man and stole it, and it looked like an awkward travel there.
Well, how in the world that wasn't a travel?
But Stanley got it to go, and we're tied at 2.
Got to live with it and play the next possession here.
Backcourt violation called on Kagan Bates, who didn't have anybody near him, as he looked down at his feet a little confused, as you can't really see the half-court stripe in the logo.
Yeah.
You can't really see it at all.
It's very faint.
Tied at 2, 1 minute into the game. Chanute with possession. Here's a skip pass to Colburn. Extra, Patterson. Working inside is Stanley, stands at 6'5". Intercepted pass, Kagan Bates. Left to right, gets an angle on the rim. Duncan to beat, hangs and hits.
Yeah, so good at that. He just kind of measures the defender and kind of sees his angle at the very last second and just jumps sideways if he has to lay that in.
Wide open three-pointer, put up, missed, crashing, finishing is Duncan. You got to keep him off the glass. He loves to do that.
Yeah, that's that rebound in there. Chanute did a good job of timing that, just tipping it right back in.
Tucker Rush, short corner, hook pass to Kane Nash, one more Bates, one dribble kick. Nolan wants a 3 right wing, missed it short. If he would have followed it, it went right to him. But the rebound goes to Patterson, and it's poked out by Nash. It stays with Chanute.
If I read Nolan's body language right, he thought that was in. It looked good from here, but you're right. If he just follows that shot, he automatically gets that rebound and puts it right back up.
Not many people box out a three-point shooter. So more often than not, you have a clear lane to go get your own. 4-4 is the score, 5:45 to play opening quarter. Duncan manning the ship well beyond the arc, fakes left, goes right, creates space for a three-point shot to be buried here by Easton Colburn.
Yeah, I had a look at it, man, he put it down, so good shot there by Colburn.
2 3-loss teams in the league. Bates, nice pass to Heston, right-hand hook, good.
That was really pretty. Good fast pass by Bates, and Heston puts up a little hook shot.
How about Kane Nash working hard, stripping the ball out of the possession of Warwick Olson. But it was off of Kane near the Chanute band. Here come the Blue Comets right to left. Patterson. Dribble handoff, Stanley. Back to Olson. He stands at 6'4", Stanley at 6'5". Patterson drives, Bates is going to be granted the charge. I chuckle a bit just because he sells it so well.
He does, and some officials you can sell it to and others won't buy it sometimes, but I feel like that particular official can kind of be swayed with that, so that was really good.
A set play here. Nolan Nash at the top of the key was denied the elevator access for the 3. Nolan left open, and the right-hand floater is good. Labette County reclaims a 1-point lead.
Yeah, nice job there by Nolan. Stayed patient and just kind of pivoted till he had a chance to shoot it. Real nice soft shot there.
Olson, left wing, throws to Duncan. This is a methodical Chanute offense. If I'm not mistaken, Coach Crabtree used to coach at the collegiate level, so a lot of experience, good with X's and O's. Left-hand shot is good off the glass, plus the foul. Stanley underneath. And I know Tucker Rush is on him. I'm assuming it's on him, but I'm not sure. Okay, it was on Kane Nash coming over to help.
Stanley stayed strong down low that time, just went with it and went up strong, drew the foul.
Stanley's and one free throw's good. Chanute's lead is 2. The foul was on Kane Nash. First foul on Labette County of the game. Kane Nash open in the corner. Chanute in a 2-3 zone. We've seen that a little bit this year, actually a lot. We've seen zone. Backdoor Heston, a few feet from the rim, throws out to Kane beyond the arc. Jab steps, reverses to Barrett, left side. Doubled, gets out of it. Bates, right wing, doubled again. Nice bouncy 2-3 zone by Chanute here. They're really making it hard on our guards. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Bates kicks it. Kane open, blocked by Olsen there, and they're going to call a shot clock violation, and Chanute will inbound the ball. Man, that's a good 2-3 zone beyond the arc.
Yeah, it kept us. We never really got a good open look, so we kept moving the ball well, but Chanute adjusted to it and jumped to the ball, and yeah, got a shot clock violation, which is the ultimate high five for a defense.
Stanley, free throw line. Set play for Patterson. He'll launch and hit. 3 points.
Chanute on a little run here, up 13-8. Had a couple of real good possessions on both ends of the floor.
Kane Nash throws to Bates. Skip past Nash in the corner. Head fake and drive. Tough jumper, too strong. Barrett jumped a little early, and it's rebounded by Patterson. Stanley back to Patterson. Angles in. Nice kick. Colburn extra Duncan. This is pretty, but they recover well, does Labette County. Nice recovery defensively, and Chanute forced to call in another play.
Feel like Chanute had 2 looks at threes and passed them up.
Ball on the deck. Bates is going to rip it away. Squirts out to Heston. You got to get on the floor if you want 50-50s against Kagan. Bates and Heston. Oh, they call it on the floor. Would have been a great and one, but they call it on the floor. And so the Grizzlies will have to inbound under their own rim, down by 5.
Yeah, Kagan Bates continues to do such a good job on any loose ball. He almost always gets it, so gives us extra possessions and extra opportunities to score.
13-8 Chanute. Quick entry to Bates, puts it up, wanted the foul, didn't get it. Blue Comets waste no time. Olsen at the cup, no. Rebound Colton Weil, who just checked in, coming off of a 17-point game. Kane Nash lost in the corner, 3, no. Rebound Stanley.
Yeah, I like the shot. Kane's a shooter. He's a good shooter. That one just didn't go down.
Olsen, jumper, good. They've got multiple guys that just have good physique and can score.
Yeah, Chanute's got a nice team, like you said. I mean, all 5 can be dangerous.
Chanute typically seems hard to beat here at home. The atmosphere is nothing to write home about. They just seem hard to beat here. And see if we can't do it this evening. I'm just trying to remember the last time we've come in and just left flexing our muscles. I mean, I know it happened a few years ago, but I guess I can remember when it happened last time. It just seems like we don't play well here. Here's a travel on Colton Weil.
Anytime a team plays at home, there's a certain amount of comfort about your court and the stands and the locker room and just being home, and it just changes. You know, you're not on a bus trip into a strange environment, so that's part of it. But yeah, their student section, which is normally pretty raucous, is kind of subdued tonight for Chanute.
Duncan drives right wing, throws out to Colburn, and it's intercepted by Nash, but couldn't quite get all 10 fingers on it, and it went out of bounds near the scores table. Coach Argebright having a conversation with the official near half court, and the officials are going to talk about something. So, all right. He's moving his hands back and forth in the 6-7 motion for the kids watching, just up and down with both hands pointed towards the ceiling. And the refs are talking.
I'm not sure even
Jonathan?
what he's asking.
No, I don't know. It's 15-8. Chanute leads, a minute 20 first quarter. Carson Lamb in the game for Labette County. And it looks like they came to some sort of conclusion. Chanute will have the ball. I don't think it was in regards to like who it went out on or anything like that. It must have been something else. Maybe it was the shot clock, because it's already at 10 seconds. Perhaps they reset the shot clock and they shouldn't have. I think that was it. So shot clock at 4 seconds. Colton Weil in there on an effort. Ball is loose, and they're going to get a foul on Labette County with about half a second on the shot clock left. And that's on Colton Weil, his first.
Those always hurt, but they really hurt when the shot clock goes off, right when the whistle blows.
Chanute throws it in to Nolan Nash, tipped by him to Kagan Bates. Back to Nolan, and the layup's good.
Kagan threw that pass absolutely perfect. Nolan finished in stride, so that was pretty and well needed. Need a stop here.
Labette County within 5. Olson dribbles to the heart of the floor, tipped by Heston and stolen. Left to right, he'll dial in on the rim and lay it home.
Again, transition points, that's what we need. That gives us energy. They're easy buckets, and it just kind of pumps us up.
Duncan gets downhill, no one stops him, kicks it to Patterson, good.
That's what good teams do, you know. They see you on a little bit of a run, and they can a three, so credit Chanute.
20 seconds left in the quarter. Here's a pass tipped by Patterson, and Nolan Nash will track it down, forward it to Weil right in front of Coach Crabtree. Weil deciding what to do with it. What a pass. Bates in the corner. Shifty, drives, shoots, and is fouled with 4 seconds on the clock. 2 free throws for our senior. Grizzlies down by 6.
That's what he does best. A one-point guard taking it inside against the Giants. He just gets in there and gets the shots off and draws fouls.
Bates, such a good free throw shooter for us. First one is up and no good. Rims out.
I noticed the student section's in all camouflage. I imagine that's...
We always get that. They're like, oh, Labette County's coming. What should we do? Let's do camo night.
Or overalls or something and cowboy hats.
Fort Scott does it all the time, too. Second free throw for Bates. Good. So Labette County gets within 5. 4 seconds, now 2 seconds. Duncan, no good from just inside half court. Nearly went in. Labette County 13, Chanute 18. End of one quarter from Chanute. Back in 1 minute. This is Grizzly basketball.
Looking for a career that supports the U.S. national security mission? Join Day and Zimmerman here in Parsons, Kansas. Our salaried and hourly positions offer competitive compensation, starting at $22.90 for hourly roles, and all employees receive excellent benefits and room to grow. From production operators to engineering and beyond, you'll help supply America's defense and build a career you can be proud of. Apply today at careers.dayzim.com. You can make a difference at Day and Zimmerman.
$18-13, Chanute leads Labette County to start the second quarter. It's Colton Weil, Tucker Rush, Carson Lamb, Kane Nash, And Kagan Bates on the floor for Labette County. Chanute hit 3 threes in that first quarter, and all 5 of their starters scored. Ball is thrown into a cutting Lamb, and it was batted away by Chanute. Here they come quickly.
Yeah, Chanute's an awfully good team. We're going to have to, for sure, limit turnovers.
Colton Weil. Oh, they're going to get a foul on Colton there. I thought they just called it out of bounds off of Weil. That's Colton's second personal.
Yeah.
And 2 Grizzlies check in. We'll see if Colton comes out. He does.
He's a little frustrated. I thought he was just going for a loose ball.
Ball enters play, and an illegal screen going the other way on Chanute.
Well, we'll take that. Grizzlies down 5. It'd be nice here to have another bountiful possession here and get a bucket.
Fouls on Patterson, his second, so that's interesting. He stays on the floor. Carson Lamb at the top of the key, throws to Kane Nash, back to Kagan. Looks for an angle. Backdoor Nash. Nolan Pretty finishes for 2.
Another good pass by Bates, and yeah, Nash can just hang in the air for so long. He can wait for his defender to kind of drop.
A 3-point Chanute lead now. Patterson passes. 3-point shot. Olsen, no. And another offensive board for Chanute. They crash so well.
They really do. That's the second or third one from that young man right there coming in from the same place.
That's Lawrence Cheney.
Those are huge.
Deep 3 for Olsen, good. As it always seems like, we've said this, the shot after an offensive rebound has a much better chance at going in.
Yeah, it's almost like the ball knows you've been given a second life here.
And they're going to call a blocking foul on Chanute. Blue Comet fans don't like that one because of the animated way in which Bates drove the basketball. They thought maybe he created the contact, but the officials say a blocking foul on Cheney. And Patterson does sit with 2 personals. 6.5 minutes left in the half. Labette County down 6 points. Heston throws to Carson Lamb. Nolan Nash backpedals while dribbling, defended by Cheney. Kane Nash in the corner, closed out on tightly. Bates in the paint, hook pass Lamb, inside, lost it going up. Oh, they say it was tipped. Labette County keeps it. Coach Crabtree is bamboozled about it.
Yeah, and that ref was right there, so he must have seen something. I mean, he was right in front of it.
And here's a poor pass. Cheney intercepts it and lays it in on the other end. That was just kind of a lulled to sleep possession.
It really was, and those are devastating against a good team like Chanute. They're not just going to give us a ton of chances to come back. Here's another one.
Here come the Blue Comets right to left. Cheney gives it up, and a foul on Kane Nash. Not an awful foul. Stanley was in good position to score. And Hayden Weatherall and Tucker Rush will check in here.
Hayden Weatherall's another one that had a standout game the other night.
Oh, man, yeah, he can jump like nobody's business. I think he only scored 1 or 2 points, but he was a big talking point post-game because of his ability to create extra possessions and just end opponents' possessions after one shot.
Yeah, all those things other than scoring that are so important if you want to win a basketball game.
Inside, missing is Stanley. Rebound, Labette County. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Grizzlies trail by 8.
Kind of need to get going here. I feel like the Grizzlies have kind of gotten stale offensively.
Yeah. There is a foul here on Chanute, you're right. Some lazy passes by our guards on at the top of this 2-3 zone for Chanute. Kagan throws it into Kane Nash. Back to Nash. cutting away from the ball. No one open. Tucker Rush has it. Weatherall, top of the key. Trying to decide where he wants to go. Not a lot going on. Bates going to have to make something work. Weatherall in the corner. Skip pass to Kane Nash. Good defense by Chanute. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Tucker Rush shoots and misses. Chanute collects the rebound.
Once again, that was not a good possession offensively. Chanute just kept us away from even seeing a shot.
3-point shot good by Warwick Olson. Top of the key, he's feeling it. Coach Argabright wants a full timeout. He is irate. Chanute leads by 11. 1 minute break on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCRadio.com.
(26-15), Chanute leads Labette County here on the road. 4:40 left in the half, Labette County was just, we'll say, breathed fire into by Coach Argabright, for lack of a better term there, in the huddle. And he's not happy during this possession either. Man, he's getting subs. He's not pleased. I mean, just doesn't really look like we're aware of what's going on in these half-court sets. Here's Bates, double teamed, in trouble. Nothing good's going to come from that. Ball is on the deck, out of bounds, off of Labette County, and Chanute's going to have it. Yuck.
Yeah, right now everything's just going Chanute's way, and I don't see an answer yet for Labette County, but we have to do something pretty quick. Down 11 on the road against Chanute. Good team. We don't want to get down 14-15, I'm telling you, so we better start this little comeback here.
Independence leads Coffeyville by 10 points at the end of the first quarter. Fort Scott does not play a league opponent tonight. Here's a right-hand hook shot, floater rather, missed. Labette County with it, needing points badly to close out the half. Only 2 points so far. And Nolan Nash has it stolen from his grasp. And here comes Colburn. 3-point shot by Olson, no good, but he's fouled and he'll shoot 3. Deep threes being put up by the Chanute guard, and he's made 2 of them. That's 1 on Kagan Bates.
Yeah, Chanute's been pretty tough outside, and that time drawing the foul. Right now they've just got control of the game.
Olson's first free throw is good, and Zane Garton will check in after this free throw. Second free throw for Olson, good as well. Went in similar fashion, hit the front rim and then the heel, and then fell down true. Zane Garton checks in for Kane Nash. Third and final, Olson, good. Chanute's lead is 14.
Yeah, 14 here, so keep saying the same thing over and over, but we're going to have to start stacking some possessions in our favor.
Heston fakes right, given room, three-pointer, good. Needed that badly. Barrett Heston provides a bucket of water in the desert. and it's back to an 11-point deficit.
Sure did. That was a decisive three-point shot. Looked good the whole way, so got to get a stop here.
A zone for Labette County now trying to answer. Stanley at the hole, blocked by Barrett. Rebound Bates. What an effort by Heston. Kagan, pass deflected out of bounds by Chanute. Labette County will have it, can get to single digits here. 2:40 till half.
Another good effort by Barrett Heston defensively to basically squash out that guaranteed 2-point bucket by Chanute.
Heston in the corner. Reverses to Bates. Barks out of command. Navigates traffic. Given room by Duncan. Nolan dribbled off his foot. Nolan not having the best half handling the ball so far. Camden Good on a backdoor, drives, kicks out to Garton. Wants a three, short, grazed the rim off the foot of Olsen. And he even expressed frustration as he saw it hit his leg. And it will stay with Labette County.
Get another opportunity here to hang another bucket on them and kind of slowly creep back into this game.
Labette County in kind of a side-by-side formation. Kagan Bates inbounding the ball, and Camden Good, Nolan Nash, Barrett Heston, and Zane Garton all standing at the free throw line with shoulders next to each other. Bates scanning, throws it in, back to Kagan. Corner three, tough shot, air ball, rebounded by Olsen.
There's a little bit rushed, kind of a tough shot there.
Three-pointer Colburn, short, rebound Duncan, back to Colburn, floater, misses, rebound Olsen, and the putback is good. Labette County can't keep these big bodies off the glass.
No, we can't. If we give them 3 attempts every time, we're going to be in trouble all night.
Heston misses a three and a one-and-done possession for back-to-back times for Labette County. Blue Comets up 13 with it, minute 40 until halftime.
Yeah, right now Chanute's shooting well and whatnot, but they are killing us on the boards on both ends. And as I say, that Chanute travels and gives Labette County the ball. Down 13.
Chanute has outscored Labette County 13-5 in the second quarter. Hard to overcome low-scoring quarters in this league. 90 seconds left in the half. It needs to be positive for our Grizzlies. Heston, shot creates, misses, rebound Stanley.
It's a good effort there by Heston, a pretty good shot too.
Nash nearly got the interception. Oh, he did come away with it. Here comes Nash. He'll have it poked free. Here comes Duncan. Oh, no. Pass up ahead to Stanley, and he'll dunk it.
Yeah, Nash just couldn't feel the defender behind him. That's one of those deals where it feels like we were going to score 2, and it turns into a dunk. Those are just daggers.
15-point Comet lead, 50 seconds left in the half. Nash fouled and on the floor, so it won't quite be free throws for Labette County yet. That's the 4th as a team on Chanute. And let's see who they tag with the foul. That's 2 on Stanley. He'll sit for the final 47 seconds of the second quarter, unless he comes in for offensive possession maybe.
Not just a lot you can say right now. Chanute's just taking it to us pretty much in every phase.
Inbounds play for Nolan Nash on the weak side. Lost it going up. Argabright disgusted. Labette County does keep it though. Here comes Zane Garton. One-arm pass. Bates, a deep three, misses and goes over the backboard. Chanute will have it. Labette County walking on some pretty thin ice here.
Yeah, that's not Kagan's favorite shot. I mean, he's a good shooter, but he would much rather take a drive, a dribble, something like that versus a three-pointer.
Duncan pressurized by Heston. Cheney throws back to Duncan. Colburn. Cheney back to Colburn. Three, misses. Rebound Heston. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Nolan, good look. Short by a couple inches. And Labette County will have to deal with just a 5-point second quarter and overcome that in the final 16 minutes of play in the second half. Let's step aside for 5 minutes and come back with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. A few scores from around the area for you. Pittsburgh is hosting Parsons tonight, and that game is in the third quarter. And it is Pittsburgh 26, Parsons 25 to start the third quarter. So Parsons within 1 point of Pittsburgh in the guys' game in the third quarter. Fort Scott hosting Tonganoxie. That game is in the middle of the third quarter, and it is Tonganoxie 43, Fort Scott 41. Independence led by 10 points at the end of the first quarter against Coffeyville, at Coffeyville. That might be at Indy. Either way, doesn't matter, I guess. And at halftime, Independence trails 33 to 29. So Coffeyville with kind of a nice bounce back second quarter against the Bulldogs. And then here in front of us, we have Chanute 33, Labette County 18. So some fun festivities going on in the SEK.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, Parsons is playing Pittsburgh tough. Who would have thunk it? But good for them. And the Indy-Caulfield game, that's always a battle. Those are two Montgomery County high schools, so that's a rivalry just like us and Parsons has been for the last 50 years. So, but right now, seeing a Grizzly team that's kind of been getting it handed to them.
Yeah, they really have.
Chanute's been the better team tonight by far. We look flat. And I think some of that, of course, is due to Chanute's how they're playing. I mean, they're really crashing the boards on both ends and defending well. So hopefully the Grizzlies can kind of just have an awakening here and kind of come out like we did against Parsons and have 2 or 3 things go our way and just get some momentum, because we're going to have to score in transition and play with more feel and momentum than some of this tightness I've been seeing. So I don't know. We'll see what Coach Argerwright had to say to them that maybe can kind of help them navigate their way back into this ball game.
Labette County had 4 different players score. Barrett Heston had 7. Nolan Nash had 6. Kagan Bates had 3. And Kane Nash had 2. For Chanute, Warwick Olson had 13 on 2 made threes. Daniel Stanley had 7. Kobe Patterson had 6. Sorry, 22 is his number, correction. Patterson had 6 points. Colburn had 3. Duncan and Cheney each had 2. At the end of the first quarter, it was Labette County 13, Chanute 18. Kind of went more blow for blow with them there. And in the second quarter, nothing really changed on Chanute's end. They still scored 15. But Labette County offensively, you mentioned it after a couple poor possessions, stale. Just 5 offensive points to show for Labette County, not 1 trip to the free throw line in the second quarter. Granted, it has been a pretty loosely officiated game, but not poorly officiated by any stretch. Labette County has only shot 2 free throws, and Chanute has only shot 4. So look forward to a good second half. We'll return in 1 minute. This has been the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Chanute and Labette County trade 2-point blows to begin the third quarter. They had 30 seconds still on the clock, but they went ahead and started play. So that's why we were late coming back from break. But Stanley got 2 points for Chanute, and Barrett Heston got 2 points for Labette County. And here come the Grizzlies after a defensive stop. Nolan Nash misses a three. Rebound Heston. What a effort by Barrett, and his three is missed, and Chanute collects this one.
Yeah, it was a good effort there by Barrett. One of the few rebounds I feel like we've had over Chanute. So, again, we're going to have to do, just like I talked about in the girls' game, start chipping away one possession at a time, and Chanute cashes a deep three, up 18.
So Labette County has to win the next minute, or 14 minutes and 30 seconds by 19 points if they want to win this game. Kane Nash, jumper, good. That's how you begin that. There's no 19-point bucket out there, just twos and threes. You just got to chip away.
That's absolutely right. So we're going to have to really defend better and rebound better.
Patterson passes to Duncan in front of his team's bench. Throws to the top to Olsen, who's closed out on tighter this time than the first half. He made 2 threes and was fouled on one as well in the first half. Duncan drives on Kane, back to Olsen. We helped off. He will miss, though. Rebound Bates. Kagan wants to throw a long pass, intercepted by Patterson.
Yeah, that's Kagan's such a good passer. That surprises me. Good rebound there by Barrett Heston. Valued the ball here.
Indeed. Nolan Nash, deep right wing. Calls for Kane to back cut. Bates pops to come get the ball. Kagan drives, throws out to Kane Nash. Bates dribbles to the free throw line. Spins, shoots a fader, and it goes down and out. No good. Chanute collects the board. Labette County struggling to get back, and the layup is good, plus the foul for Colburn.
Yeah, just looked like that time no one was back. He was kind of wide open for a put-in, and was that foul on Bates? It was kind of a late whistle is why I asked.
It was. That's his second personal.
Well, Chanute continues to play really good basketball here, so definitely got our work cut out for us here, but we got to start soon.
3-point play complete by Colburn. Bates drives, forced to kick it. Nash, a tough jumper. Kane misses this one. Hard shots being put up by Labette County. Intercepted pass by Kagan Bates. Bounce pass to Nolan and nearly got the bucket to go, but he's fouled. And Nash will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I like the effort by Kagan Bates. That's what we need, some steals and some of those transitional layups to go down for so we can score quickly. And again, we just need to get some momentum, some stuff going our way. Some of these runs where we string together 8 or 10 points.
Nolan's first free throw is good. Hayden Weatherall and Colton Wild check in for Tucker Rush and Kane Nash. Second free throw for Nolan is short and off the mark. 4.5 minutes to play in the third. Labette County 23, Chanute 41. This kind of unfortunately developed into, it's kind of, close to a blowout. 18's not far away. Now it's 20 as Stanley gets fouled or scores plus the foul. But it kind of unfortunate it has turned out to be a 20-point game because Labette County's a good team that can really play well in stretches, and we just haven't had enough of those to stay in it.
No, we haven't. And this team, too, right now, man, is really being impressive on the inside. They made some threes, but really dominating the glass inside.
Nash drives, is bumped and fouled by Olsen. The free throw was missed on the other end. by Stanley, so his and one attempt was not converted, halting the score at 43-23 in favor of Chanute with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nash with another trip, and the first one's a swish.
Well, they always say free throws are a good way to start a comeback. You know, you're scoring points, the clock's not moving. So certainly have to take advantage of every angle we have, and this is one of them.
Second free throw good as well for Nash. Nice double by Weatherall and Weil. They poke it out of bounds. It'll stay with Chanute. Patterson throws to Duncan. Good ball movement here by the Blue Comets. They're looking inside to Stanley, and he will go up and score. That's something I'd like to see Labette County do on this end of the floor. We don't throw it from the three-point line to a block very often, and a lot of good things can come out of doing that. Here's Nolan making this work, though. He'll drive and score with the left hand.
Look at this.
And then a steal by Bates, and he scores.
That's what we need. Kind of a bam-bam, 4 points, plus a little pep in our step here. Good stop here would be huge.
Oh, he stepped out. I thought he was going to call a foul. But stepping out of bounds on the drive was Stanley, and Chanute can smell a little bit of Grizzly momentum, and so Coach Crabtree calls a timeout. Let's step aside for 30 seconds. Labette County trying to come back down 16 here on KLKC.
Reaching your goals is closer than you think at Labette Community College. With 25 programs of study, 6 certificate options, and a campus that cares, your journey at LCC is sure to lead to success. Become a Cardinal. Visit labette.edu to learn more today.
Labette County trails Chanute by 16 points with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Kagan Bates being crept up on by Colburn and Patterson at the head of the 2-3 zone. Now he throws out of it but gets it back. Good pass to Heston on the right block. Goes up strong. Didn't get it to fall. Would have cut the margin to 14.
Gosh, that was one of our better possessions. We had a little momentum coming off those 2 scores. That would have been such a big play.
Near travel by Duncan, but throws off. Colburn in the corner. They're wanting to go to Stanley. Bad entry pass stolen by Nolan. Long pass to Weatherall. Right to left. Tough floater. Misses short. Weatherall not in that situation a ton. Man, he's quick. Hustles back and cuts off Patterson. What a nice job by Hayden Weatherall. Stanley tries to score and does. What a nice big.
Yeah. Hoping he'd miss that so we'd have another chance here. But, yeah, that was a really good play there by Stanley.
He's got 15 on the game. Bates in between defenders. Throws it to Nash. Deep. Heston. Short pass. No good. Intercepted. Chanute left to right. Patterson to Colburn. Right-hand layup. Missed. Rebound Weatherall. Outlet to Nolan. Labette County down 18. Again needs to score. Nolan rises into a floater and bottoms it out.
There we go. We got fortunate. They missed the layup down there, and then we scored. Where are we at? 16. Okay, kind of heading the right direction here.
Olsen to Colburn to Duncan. Patterson cutting Olsen. Right-hand hook. No. Bates leaves his feet to collect and throws a deep pass to Weatherall. Heston, left wing, wants a 3. Off the heel, Weil almost got a finger on it, and a foul staying here on the Blue Comets. That is what extra effort can get you. Whether it was a good call or not, Weil's effort created the whistle.
It's what happens when you start having a few things go your way. We talked about this earlier. All of a sudden it feels like you get a call or two. Maybe you don't, but it's kind of just how you look at the situation in the game. So we're on the edge of kind of creating some momentum for ourselves here.
Kane Nash and Zane Garton and Carson Lamb back in. Kane left wing. Nolan at the heart. Into the zone to Lamb. Nice little floater is no good. Fights for his own and can't win the battle. Duncan left to right. Olsen open for three. Swish, what a shooter.
And isn't he, what is he, a junior? What a nice deep three. He's confidently shot a ton of threes, and here goes another steal by Chanute.
Cheney left wide open. Bang.
I don't know what you say right now. I don't know what a coach can do or say. Chanute's just on fire.
It's moments like that one where I'm glad I'm the play-by-play guy. Here's a missed hook shot by Labette County. Rebound Blue Comets, who now lead by 22 points with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Nash, nice steal, open planes, and he'll lay it in.
Good job there by Nolan, just anticipating, jumping that pass, doing what he can.
15 points for Nolan Nash. 14 seconds left in the third. Colburn, overhead whip. Cheney just hit a three, defended by Bates. 6 seconds, hands off, downhill drive. 3 seconds, shot missed. Rebound Kane Nash, and won't be able to get a look off, but Labette County ends the final few seconds with a 2-0 advantage. But it only cuts the lead to 20 for Chanute as we enter in to the fourth quarter. Let's take a 1-minute timeout and come back to Chanute with more Grizzly basketball on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
(53-33). Chanute leads Labette County as the final 8 minutes of the clock begins to drip away. Cooper Leonard into the game for the first time tonight, and Labette County turns it over on their first possession of the final period.
Now Chanute just continues to play intense defense too. They've just played a really good game tonight. I mean, they're hitting a lot of threes, deep threes, rebounding and
I know
defending them. Hey, it's hard for me
how
to just
are they
compliment.
4-3 in the league? And then when we played Fort Scott, how are they 5-3 in the league?
Yeah.
I mean, these teams tend to play real sharp against Labette County, it seems like. I'm sure there's other teams they've done it to as well. Cheney left open for a moment, but passes off. Olsen wants another and gets it. Didn't even hit the rim. A pure swish, his fourth three of the game.
He's in the zone. He could shoot that from half court and make it half the time at least. He's just playing unconscious.
Heston drives. Leonard had the pass read well, out of bounds off Labette County. It'll be Chanute ball. I know you told me once, whenever you were golf coach in high school, we spent a lot of time reading books about the mental side of the game, and a question you would ask is, whenever a golfer, like the number one golfer in the world, is just smoking hot on the golf course, what do you think he's thinking about? The answer is nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
you're not thinking.
Yeah, it's just like shooting baskets on a Saturday afternoon at the gym when no one's there. It seems easy to make threes. They just go in. But once you start trying to make them go in or start thinking about making, then you're a robot. It's just difficult to do.
Fancy backdoor lob play for Stanley is broken up by Nolan Nash. Chanute will keep it on their end of the floor. Cheney slaps the ball and is set to toss it. Does so. He'll get it back in the corner. Looks to drive and throws it to the nearest man, which is Duncan. Olsen, hot hand, throws to Duncan. Downhill, left-hand layup, good.
More of the same. Coach Argerbright just kind of sets down. There's nothing more he can holler out really at this point. I mean, he wants to compete still, but there's nothing else to say. We just have to work our way through this.
Tucker Rush scores it inside his first good post look. So I'm telling you, I think we could get a few more looks like that than we try for.
Maybe so. I mean, that worked.
58-35, Chanute in front, 5:45 to go in the game. Colton Weil is set to check in, and he will get Kane Nash. Cheney dribbles, throws, Olsen back to Cheney. He'll drive and he'll lay it in an open lane.
Yeah, right now they just can do no wrong is Chanute.
Deep three for Kagan Bates, misses strong. Blue Comets with the board and a throwaway. A rare turnover. Duncan threw it too hot and high for Lawrence Cheney. Labette County will play at home against Fort Scott on Tuesday. A foul has yet to be called in the fourth quarter with 5:15 left in it. Weil into the paint, stripped of the ball. Heston underneath. He'll go up, he'll shoot and miss. Rebound Stanley. Argerbright wants or just a foul, I think. Not over the back. Does not get it, obviously, and Chanute watches the clock trickle under 5 minutes with a comfortable lead.
Yeah, Barrett did the right thing. He had the ball down low and just fought up through there, just didn't get the call.
Missed hook shot by Stanley. Heston collects the tipped rebound all the way. Misses, hits the deck, as does Stanley. Both athletes appear to be okay. A foul was called, and Heston will shoot two.
It was definitely a foul there. I thought he kind of grabbed his waist a step or so before he shot.
First free throw for Barrett is good. 60-36 is the score. Chanute in front. 4:45 to play. Kane Nash into the game for Tucker Rush. Heston puts his right foot in the middle of the navy blue free throw line. Puts up the shot. That is good as well.
Okay, this is where, like we always talk, let's just try to win this possession and play that way till we run out of time.
Kaysen Audis in the game for Chanute. He's actually gotten some extended run here. I failed to mention who it was, number 11 in white. Audis will get the layup to go. Perfect timing to mention Audis's name. He is a junior guard for them, and they've got some returning players that'll come back as well.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, Chanute's always got a nice little squad too, so good shot there. A three-pointer by Barrett Heston. That helps the bottom line.
4 minutes left. That makes it a 22-point lead for Chanute. Patterson pitches it deeper into the corner to Colborn. Heston, aggressive hands, bats it out of his possession.
I feel like Barrett's played a pretty good game tonight, really, both offensively and defensively.
Patterson drives and throws it out. Audis for three, short, rebound Bates. And Kagan will have to shed his defender. He does. He drives, he shoots, and misses. And it's rebounded by Olson with 3.5 minutes to play. An update from the Coffeyville game. Coffeyville leads Independence 45-40 at the end of the third quarter. Good ball game there. Three-pointer for Olson, short. And no good, a rare miss there from Warwick Olson.
Yeah, he's got such a nice, pretty high shot. Kind of held my breath that time, just expecting it almost to go down.
Three-pointer for Heston misses, tipped out, and Heston muscles it away from his man, but can't track it down, and it's out of bounds. Heston dove for a loose ball and was on the floor, and some Chanute fans were kind of pointing at him, bickering, I'm guessing. I don't know what they were saying, but that's rough. Heston made a tough play, and
yeah,
you got to show some sportsmanship there in a 22-point game nonetheless. But we have a timeout on the floor. Labette County down by 22 with 3 minutes to play. Let's see here. In the fourth quarter, in the boys' game, Pittsburgh leads Parsons 46-45.
Wow.
Parsons boys played a really nice half on Tuesday in Altamont, and looks like they're putting together a good 4 quarters in Pittsburgh.
I'd love to see them knock Pittsburgh off tonight. That'd be great.
Pittsburgh 4-4 in the league. Labette County about to be 5-4 in the league. Chanute about to be 5-3. Coffeyville and Independence, both 3-loss teams in the league as well, fighting tonight in a close game in the fourth quarter. And Fort Scott 5-3 in the league as well, playing a non-conference game tonight. So 5 teams with 3 losses in first place in the SEK, but a few of those are about to change, of course, after tonight's matchups.
As we've said, every game, every week's a big deal, so a lot can still happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Without question. Labette County still gets to play Coffeyville again and Fort Scott on Tuesday. Olson scores it with his right hand off the glass.
Well, he's a nice player, inside and out.
And then a steal by Colborn, and he'll miss with the left hand. The long rebound, though, goes to, guess who? Olson, who's blocked by Nolan Nash, and then a foul quickly on the Blue Comets. Nash with a great block on Olson.
Trying to see what he called at first when he's patting his head. That threw me.
Three-point shot up and good for Colton Weil, as he made 4 threes just a night ago. Pittsburgh now leads Parsons by 5 points in the fourth quarter. They're in that one. Labette County, meanwhile, in front of us, trails by 21 with just over 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Not the showing, of course, we were hoping for from these Grizzlies. Had just 5 points in the second quarter and just 10 in the fourth quarter. Chanute scores yet again.
Yeah.
I did not see who that one was.
Chanute continues just to really look good on both ends of the floor here.
Labette County comes up ill on their attempt, and in transition, a right-hand layup is good by Colborn. Coach Argerbright's going to send in a fresh 5 at the next dead ball, which will come right now as the ball trickles out of play off of the Blue Comets. 5 into the game, Deontay Fields, Jet Stig, Cooper Leonard, Camden Good, and Cohen Woodward. And Chanute sends in a fresh 5 as well, and their 5 main guys are getting hugs from the Chanute coaching staff. I have to imagine this is one of the better games they've played. I have to think that. Yeah. 68-43 Chanute leads.
Yeah, just one of those nights.
Camden Good, who got good run on Tuesday, misses a little turnaround, and it's ripped out of the air for Chanute by number 15, Noah Lubering. Kelton Ruark in the game as well. Ruark and Lubering were last names from the girls' team, so perhaps some siblings or relatives there, I would assume, across there. Alex Hellman also on the floor for Chanute. Colburn has stayed on alongside Evan Lubering. Man, family reunion in the middle of a ball game as Chanute will throw it away. 68-43. Labette County trails 1 minute to play. We'll see if this group of 5 can have positive minutes. Fields wanted to throw it inside. It was tipped right back to him. Stig will try his hand at some penetration, and he will finish with the right hand reverse. He's going to be a nice player for us.
Yeah, how nice was that? That looked smooth under the basket, kind of the reverse little throw up on the glass with his right hand, went right on in.
Hellman throws to Lubering, back to Colburn. Just 25 seconds to go. They will have to get a shot up here with just 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ball is in the corner, and the shot is missed. With just 15 seconds left, Chanute gets their own rebound. Now down to 10 seconds, and they will just call off the dogs, and Chanute will watch the clock run down, and they will move on the season to 5-3 in the league. Labette County falls to 5-4. And so the SEK title is a little bit further out of reach, to say the least, after tonight. Not fully, of course, but not as attainable as it was a couple hours ago prior to this loss. Chanute advances to 11-7 in their total record on the year. Labette County falls to 11-8. Let's step aside for a 4-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have our Bowen Pharmacy postgame show, and later on hear from head coach Bradley Argabright. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Grizzly basketball. Grizzlies have a rough night in both programs. Girls fall and the boys do as well. 68-45, a 23-point loss for our boys, who needed a win tonight to really help cement their place in that race for the title. Still in it, but man, kind of took one on the chin tonight. Chanute looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, Chanute looked really good to me. Like we talked about it, in every area. Defended well, rebounded well at both ends, shot the ball well outside and inside. So they just played a complete game, and Labette County never really got going. I mean, we had just some little spurts occasionally. You know, we feel like we hustled and whatnot. I don't ever feel like we just lay an egg, but just out of our sync, out of our game tonight, and just got outworked.
Score updates for you. Tonganoxie defeats Fort Scott at Fort Scott 63-57. Not an easy place to go in. Tonganoxie must be pretty salty. I heard Fort Scott had an injury or something. Perhaps I don't know if that was. I don't want anyone to get injured. I just wonder if it was one of their starters or not. I'm not sure, but we'll find out on Tuesday when Fort Scott comes to Altamont. If the injury I heard about was even true or not, I don't know. But Pittsburgh leads Parsons 56-50. I'm assuming deep into the fourth quarter at this point. It's got to be close. So Pittsburgh, perhaps they're shooting free throws here too, creating some margin. Parsons giving them a run for their money. Latest update I have for you in regards to the Coffeyville and Independence game is still just the end of the third quarter score, which was Coffeyville 45, Independence 40. So if by the end of the broadcast I might be able to get another update for you in regards to the Coffeyville and Independence game. In regards to tonight's contest, leading the way for Labette County in scoring was Nolan Nash with 15 and Barrett Heston with 14. That accounted for much of our scoring tonight. Behind them was Bates with 5, Kane Nash with 4, Colton Weil with 3, Tucker Rush and Jet Stig each with 2. For Chanute, there are 3 main scorers. Warwick Olson with 21. He was tremendous. Daniel Stanley, skilled big inside, 15. And Duncan had 9. And then their 5th leading scorer was Colburn with 8. At halftime, it was Labette County 18, Chanute 33. And in the second half, it was Chanute 35, Labette County 27. So a little bit better of a second half. But, man, Chanute just a little bit too much. I did just get a score update from Independence's radio gentleman, who's a great friend of ours. There are 41 seconds left in the game, and it is tied at 55. What a fun game that is. Independence versus Coffeyville. If I understand correctly, that's kind of their Parsons versus Labette County type game, right?
Oh, yeah, because those are 2 high schools in Montgomery County, just like us and Parsons share Labette County. So that's kind of what drives those rivalries a lot of times.
No sign of Coach Argabright yet. In fact, I don't see a Labette County player. I don't know if they come back out into the gym or just go to the lobby. He might be giving them an extra long talk, or maybe he can't come up tonight. Occasionally that'll happen. He's usually pretty consistent. But anyways, let's take a 2-minute break and see if we have a sign of coach, and then if not, we'll kind of take it from there. 2-minute break on KLKC. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the final segment of the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Joined as usual by head coach Bradley Argerbright of the Grizzlies, who fall tonight 68-45 on the road against a Chanute team that played pretty well.
Yeah, credit to Chanute. I really thought they played well tonight. Chanute, they really amped it up on defense and gave us some fits. But I didn't think that we played particularly well either. We didn't. I didn't think our attention to detail was very good tonight, and I didn't think our energy was, where it needed to be for a first-place game in the league. So we've got to reevaluate, go watch the film, and try to make some corrections.
Nolan Nash finished with 15 points. It seemed like whenever things got a little bit stagnant on offense, he'd try to use his speed to make something happen down in the lane and got a few floaters to go. Had a 9-point third quarter. Thought he did some good things.
Yeah, we've been challenging Nolan to attack. I talked about that last game too. Really played well off his pivots. Didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but from deep. But, when he got to the lane, he did a nice job of finishing tonight. So, we also gave him a tall task of guarding, one of the best shooters in the league in the Warwick also. Yeah. So. I know Warwick still had quite a few points. He had 17 in the second alone. So, tough task, and, credit to, that kid for hitting some shots. But I also thought Nolan did some good things on defense.
Kagan Bates finished with 5 points, and it's easy to look at that and think, oh, he wasn't a factor. He does so much away from the ball and managing the ball. How have you seen – I haven't really asked you this. Kagan has just been a stud point in the league ever since he was a freshman. How have you seen Kagan's senior year progress this time around?
Yeah, the thing he's really added this year is he's always had some good assists, but, his numbers have really jumped this year. He's averaging 5 a game.
Yeah.
And, he's got the ball in his hands all the time, so I ask a lot out of him. But, I know he would like to shoot the ball better this year. Last year he shot it a little bit at a better clip, but, a lot of that is a lot of people are focusing on him now. Had a big junior campaign, and, people know that he's one of our best players. So
yeah.
I just ask a lot of Kagan. He plays about 32 minutes a night, so always proud of him and his effort. There's no one that plays harder on our team than Kagan, and, he's always on the floor and getting after it.
Always difficult to overcome kind of those quarters where things don't fall. I know the other quarters around the second weren't 18 or 20 points like Chanute had a couple times, but they weren't poor necessarily, but that second quarter, just 5 points, kind of seemed hard for us to overcome moving forward after the break.
Yeah, we had some stagnant there in the second quarter. Like you said, we just couldn't find a shot to fall. We had some good looks inside too that quarter, and we just couldn't get one to fall, and they got a lot to fall. So,
right.
That was a big stretch where they really stretched it out. I thought our third quarter was good. Fourth quarter kind of just got away from us because we were gambling a lot, but we've got to have better stretches there in that first half and keep it close and keep that a game, especially on the road. So credit to Chanute. They played really well, but we've got to find a way to get back at it, and we've got to find a way to go win on senior night against Fort Scott on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that was senior night, but I wasn't entirely sure. That'll be special. Fort Scott tonight lost at home to Tonganoxie by 3 or 6.
Yeah.
So they'll be ready to rock, as will your boys off of a loss as well. Excited to watch you all get after it. At home on Tuesday, senior night versus Fort Scott. How fun does that sound?
Yeah, it'll be a great night for our seniors. Three guys that have all given a lot to our program for 4 years. All three of those guys have and our managers, they've all really helped us in our program. So it'll be a really nice night. Hopefully you guys can all come out and support those guys. But we got to get back to the drawing board on Monday, watch some film, and get these corrections done. So still got a lot to play for, but we got to make the corrections, and we'll get after it again on Tuesday. Go Grizzlies.
Coach, thanks. That's head coach Bradley Argerbright of the Labette County Grizzlies. As he mentioned, it'll be Tuesday at home against Fort Scott, senior night, and something that Jonathan Wilhoft, who was kind of my broadcasting mentor, got me kind of under his wing and led me into the waters of broadcasting. What he would do with the seniors on senior night is interview them. And so that is something I've continued that I like to do, that kind of gives the seniors a moment of recognition, gets them on the air, and lets you listeners and viewers who, see them through a screen or hear them through a radio speaker, kind of brings them to life a little bit more. And so I'm excited to do that with those that would like to join, both for the senior girls team and the senior boys and the managers that are seniors as well. We invite to come have a conversation during some of our halftime and post-game shows. So that'll give you something fun to look forward to on Tuesday night when Labette County plays host to Fort Scott on senior night. Tank Connection pregame show will be on around 6 o'clock, just a little bit before, so be ready for that on KLKC Sports on YouTube or 106.7 on the radio if you can't make it to Altamont. For Joel back at the station and my father, Jack Leake Jr., and Jonathan Dusher on the camera, I'm Jack Leake III, saying good night from Chanute. Safe travels if you're driving, and as always, God bless.